Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about strange signs that your third eye is opening. So my friends, I hope you're choosing to be affected only by positive things, only by things which can uplift your spirit and help you to realign yourself to the path which is meant for you, to the path which is vibing with you. And it has a lot to do with opening the third eye. I like to call the third eye the first eye, or the eye which knows, the eye of knowing, the understanding, the acceptance of what is. So, my friends, what are the strange signs your third eye or first eye is opening? The first sign you may recognize in your life is that you have a direct contact with your intuition. It feels like you have that inner compass widely or strongly active, and before you even ask a question, you experience an answer in a feeling, a thought, or a vision. You experience an internal sensation which helps you to choose the right path, or which helps you to understand something, or which helps you to help somebody. And it is an important connection. It is a sacred connection, a divine connection. That's why I like to call it a divine compass. And what it means to have a direct contact with intuition. We are all connected with our intuition. It's part of us. So we can't actually be disconnected from it. But if we are overthinking all the time, we may lose that awareness of the connection. We may lose the awareness of internal sensation of what is resonating with us. And many people are lost in that way of living their lives. So most people are overthinking everything. So they never pay attention to how something actually feels like. And what I'm always encouraging you to do is to pay more attention to how something feels like, and you will always know what's right. So we may also realize that more we are paying attention to how something feels like, more we become present, because we can only feel something in the present moment. Feeling is happening in the now. We can think about the past, about the future, about what happens or what we'll do, but we can only feel right at this moment. So feeling is something that is grounding us back into this moment. That's why intuition can only be felt, can only be experienced through feeling it. So more we are purifying our energy system, more we are letting go of the toxins and toxic habits and toxic limited beliefs, more our energy system is getting pure, and our third eye starts opening. Actually, all our energy centers start to open, and that's where we start to see the truth. We start to see the greater meaning. And at the beginning, for many people, it may be a strange experience, because suddenly we understand the greater meaning. Not that we think about it, not that we believe that it is. We know that it is. We feel it. As we are becoming more conscious, more aware, and more present, we just feel what's the meaning of a certain event in our lives. That's where we get happier, we get more grounded, we get more present, and more peaceful, as well, as we don't need to pretend to be somebody anymore, because we just know who we are. That's why it is the eye of the truth, the eye of knowing. So the second sign that your third eye is opening is that you're becoming much more peaceful and grounded. Like your energy system would be completely purified. And my understanding of the energy of peace is that peace is actually an expression of a pure being. When you're completely pure, you're peaceful. When you're not pure, when you're lost in thinking and pretending and being, you become anxious and afraid and stressed out. So the biggest cause of the problems on the world is that people are just not pure, because people are not purifying themselves. And that's where most people search for help outside of them. But all we need to do is to purify our minds, purify our emotional system, so we can purify our channel and we can activate our energy centers, and suddenly we will be completely grounded and we will be completely peaceful. Through our third eye, we start downloading new data, new information, new insights, new inspiration, new motivation, new understanding, and then it's up on us how well we are able to express it. That's where we start sharpening our gifts and natural talents, and we start actually expressing the purest version we can be. So if you're becoming much more peaceful and grounded, your third eye is becoming truly active and you're purifying your energy body. So this is truly amazing. The third sign that your third eye is awakening is that you're experiencing profound, vivid dreams filled with lessons. So what it means? It means that your dreams are showing you what you need to work on in your daily life. So it may be like you're losing something you're attached to, like a certain material thing. You're still too attached to it. You may dream about losing it, like crashing your car or losing your car or something like that. And it doesn't mean that it will actually happen, but you're dreaming about it. So in your dreams, you would recognize how would you feel if that would happen? What would be your response? So you can recognize, is it helpful? Is it serving you? Is that kind of attachment really helpful on your life's journey? Because more we are attached to something, less we are magnetic, less we are vibrant. All our attachments are draining a lot of our vital life force. So you can imagine attachment as being chained, being connected with a chain to a certain thing. More you are attached, heavier or harder it is to walk around, because all those things you're attached to are pulling you back. From most of this attachment may come most of your fear. And again, fear is blocking your transformation, your willingness to do something new, to reach your goals, and to actually try what is vibing with you the most. That's why we need to work on detachment. We need to recognize that we are not those things. Happiness and joy is not coming from those things, but actually experiencing those things, trying new things, expressing ourselves through different things, but those things are not the source of all that joy and happiness. But of course, it's not about believing to what I'm saying right now, and it's not about thinking about it. It's actually about practicing and understanding how something feels like, how it feels when you have less and you experience more, and how it feels when you have so many things and it's hard to be fulfilled, or whatever it is that may be bothering you. Also, you may be dreaming about getting hurt. You may be dreaming about death, like losing life. You may be dreaming about falling or flying, just to see how would you respond to those things. Those dreams may actually teach you how to deal with emotions. You may wake up completely shocked, like what just happened, what strange things just happened. But actually in your dream state, your soul may be teaching your emotional body to how to handle those hard situations in life. Like you would go into a school which is teaching you to handle your emotions much better to the most shocking events in your life. So dreams are like playing a video game in the video game. where we are preparing ourselves to deal with emotions when we are facing with certain events in our lives. So we would learn that there there are no negative and positive events, no painful sensations, but it's about how we are attached to things and what kind of meaning we give to certain events or experiences. So pay attention to your dreams. If you're dreaming about what we were talking right here, your third eye is opening and your body is purifying and preparing you for the next stage of your life. The fourth thing or sign that your third eye is awakening is that you're becoming more clairvoyant. It may mean that before an important event will take place, whether it is positive or negative, you are going to sense it or even have like certain visions or feelings about a certain event. It may mean that you may sense a certain potential future event, which is not necessary that it will happen, but you may sense a potential of a certain action or of a certain path or of a certain destination that you're about to choose. This is a really, really strong gift. Some people are gifted with sensing the future event, sensing the outcome of a certain timeline, which means that those people are way showers. Those people are here with a strong gift of showing people the potential future if they are choosing certain actions or certain choices. If they are making certain choices in their lives, the sway showers are able to give them the idea of the destination of where they are going. So it's much easier to recognize, is this healthy for me? If what I'm choosing right now, is it helpful for my transformation? Or is there a healthier way? Is there a more profound or better way? So a gift of clairvoyance often appears after opening our third eye, but it has a lot to do with all our energy centers. So we need to be pure, because this is a really, really strong gift. If we still have a lot of suppressed emotions, we may be seeing visions which are not actually coming from the future, but from suppressed emotions. So it's important to deal with your shadows, to do the shadow work, to let go of unnecessary attachments, and to, of course, stop judging people, stop comparing yourself with others, because a lot of negativity and toxic energy is coming from there. And become more kind to yourself. Become your greatest friend so you can purify your energy system. That's where the gift of clairvoyance will become really, really helpful to you. And another thing is, if we are not using gifts like that, we lose them. And it doesn't mean that we actually lose them. They just lower the volume, so they would not be disturbing our life's experiences until we are ready to use those gifts once again. The fifth strange sign that your third eye is opening is that you're becoming more conscious about your daily habits. Awareness over what is pulling you out of alignment. This one is so important, and we're often talking about habits. So a habit is a certain pattern which became automatic. We were doing something for such a long time that we are now able to do it automatically. But the problem is that sometimes we develop patterns which are not healthy for us, patterns which are pulling us out of alignment, like a certain habit may be laying on the couch all day long, while you could actually do something actively. Like you could spend more time outside in the nature, but you've developed a habit that in your free time you just lay down and do nothing and feel lazy and feel bad and sorry for yourself and so on. Some people develop habits like that. Some people develop habits of eating the food which is not actually good for them. We develop habits like that, and like smoking or eating too much sugar, or drinking too much of alcohol, or even taking drugs. We develop habits of that. Actually, habit is anything that we do unconsciously. Even thinking negative thoughts is a habit. It's a pattern. Procrastinating, it's a habit, and we could call it a toxic habit. So once we start opening our third eye and purifying our energy system, we will become more conscious of our daily habits. And it is an awareness. This awareness of what is pulling us out of alignment is becoming stronger. So pay attention to that. If that is happening to you, don't feel bad for yourself, because you may recognize you've developed so many toxic habits. We all have developed them, and it's actually not our fault. Like as little kids, we've been observing our environment, and we were just sinking in what we were observing. So if around you were people which had a lot of those kind of habits, you've just downloaded the patterns that they are using on a daily basis, and you've become a product of that. So it's not your fault that you've become who you are right now, but it is your fault to stay there. And it is your responsibility to pay attention to that and change the patterns for the healthier ones. That's why when it comes to activating our energy and becoming more self-aware, it is required to pay a lot of attention to what we are doing on moment-by-moment basis. The sixth sign that your third eye is opening is that you are becoming more aware of what kind of food is not serving you anymore. Be aware of how your body feels after eating something you have bad vibes around it. There's often we may see a certain food which we feel kind of attracted to it because of a certain satisfaction, because of the taste that food can provide. But we can sense a negative vibe or a lower vibe about that food, but we still eat it because of that satisfaction. It is actually really a short-term satisfaction, and often a long-term suffering then, because we feel bad, we feel lazy, we feel the lack of energy, we feel heavy. So when we pay more attention to how something feels like before we actually put it into our bodies, we may decide from a more conscious level to what we'll actually do. What kind of food we'll actually choose to consume. Because food is energy, and we all know that, and it has a certain vibration and information attached to it. When your third eye is opening, you become more sensitive to these vibrations. That's why we can sense what is good for us and what is not good for us. And when it comes to that, what we call spiritual awakening, many people become more sensitive to energies around them, and you may feel like everything around you is vibing, and you may slowly start to sense what is on higher vibrations and what is on lower vibrations. And we can train the senses by closing our eyes and just observing the space around us, maybe touching something and just asking how it feels like right now. How it feels like, and then try to go to a tree and touch it and see how it feels like, and try to find the difference. By doing that, you're training your senses to sense the energy. And you may recognize that some people are on higher vibes and some people are on lower vibes, and those people which are on lower vibes, they need to do more of their shadow work and more of their sometimes emotional healing and mental healing, letting go of certain beliefs. And when we're working with energies, it's much easier to sense what kind of help could we provide, what kind of energy could we provide for somebody who needs our help. The seventh sign your third eye is opening is that you started to sense more synchronicities and signs in your life, and you've started to develop a greater clarity over the synchronicities and signs. It's also a clarity over life's meaning. So it means that you've started to see synchronicities more and more frequently. And more as the synchronicities are happening, more you also understand them. What's the meaning behind it? Not, not just following something because somebody said it, but you actually download your own understanding of it. Like, what's the meaning behind it? And it may not happen immediately, but after some time, you just receive a realization. Oh, that's why that person said it to me. That was the meaning inside that event. And you're becoming more clear about these things in your life. Often when, as I mentioned before, when your third eye is open, you become more sensitive to these vibrations. Again, each synchronicity is like a glimpse of your future, which is on much higher vibrations. And when you're working on manifesting something, you're actually tapping into that future, that potential future, which may be on much higher vibrations. And the reason that you're not there yet is because you need to let go and to release certain tension and certain blocks which are not allowing you to be on that vibe yet. And usually what we need to do is to pay attention to our behaviors and to actually recognize what kind of habits are still pulling us down into the slower vibrations, what kind of emotions we are always, every single day, practicing to experience, because we are only what we are practicing to be. And by practicing more gratitude, practicing being more grounded, being more peaceful, being more self-aware may help us to release a lot of that, those emotional blocks. So pay attention to that, my friends. If anything from this video is resonating with you, I'm truly happy for you. If anything is not resonating with you, just let go of it. And again, a great practice to train your senses, to actually recognize what is vibing with you, what feels the right thing or the right information for you. So I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. I will leave you here, and I want to express my gratitude to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated, my friends. To everyone who needs some daily quick reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, where I'm sharing daily quick messages. And my other Instagram page, I Draw My Passion, where I'm sharing my art with you. Go and check out my art gallery there. And I'm sending you all lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day. Until next time, one love.